like I was saying, nothing is for certain, man, when it comes to this particular man. All right. The jinn shall take him. No, I'm gonna start at 8. For he is cast into a net by his own feet, and he walketh upon a snare. All right. He walketh upon a trap. You know. He wants to be the head of this new world order. But he want to keep other nations in line. He don't want them. He wants to be the head. You know. And these other nations are tired of these sanctions. They're tired of these. Tired of them putting missiles on the borders of these particular countries. You know. While meanwhile, this nation has been nothing but a hypocritical nation, man. With all the history that's been hidden here, you know, and the history that's being dug up now, and even still, they don't want to teach that. And with all that's been done, you would think that there would be reparations for our people, man. But hey, man, I don't even want who would want reparations, man. You know, hey, the Lord gonna give us the kingdom. All right, He said it's your Father's good will to give you the kingdom. All right, for those who believe, the elect, man. All right. The elect are going to be co-rulers with Yahweh Shah, man, when he comes back. All right, so everything you got anyway ain't yours. All right. Terror shall make him afraid on every side, and shall drive him to his feet. He shall be hunger bitten, and destruction shall be ready at his side. It shall devour the strength. Even the firstborn of death shall devour his strength. His confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle, and they shall bring him to the king of terrors. All right, and the king of terrors is Yahweh Shai. It's going to bring him to the king of terrors. All right, all these nations, once they fight against each other, that's when Yahweh Shai is going to return, and he's going to fight against all these nations, and he's going to destroy these nations. He's going to take all these nations down. You know, in fact. Matter of fact, let's go into it. This is 2nd Esdras 13, and start at verse 1. And it came to pass that for 7 days I dreamed a dream by night, and lo, there arose a wind from the sea, and it moved all the waves thereof. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. And he turned his countenance to look, and all things trembled that were seen under him. And wheresoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they that burned heard his voice, like as the earth falleth when it feeleth the fire. And after this I beheld, and lo, there gathered a multitude of men out of the number from the four winds of heaven, to subdue the man that came out of the sea. All right, and that sea means to see of peoples, but that man is Yahweh Shai, man. All right, and they wanted all the nations from the four corners of the earth are going to come and fight against him. All right. And I beheld, and lo, he graved himself a great mountain, and flew upon it. But I would have seen the region or the place where the hill was graven, and I could not. And it's a gigantic chariot, you know. Like the elder said, it's a gigantic chariot. And when Ezra seen it, and he couldn't even measure the size of it, you know. And even that's pursuant to the book of Revelations, where the sun and the moon be blocked out, you know. Pretty much the chariot is so big that it's going to cover a lot of the sky, man. Hey, it says pretty much the whole earth is going to see him, you know. That's how much of an impact it's going to be. Verse 8, and after this I beheld, and lo, all they which gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yet durst fight. And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war. But only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests. And they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, and the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon a multitude which was prepared to fight, and burned up every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude, nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and the smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. Hey, and you think about some of the weapons that they got now. I mean, just what you see right now, as opposed to imagine what they don't. What they don't show you. Hey man, you know, to us it's like, hey, it's this is some powerful technology. But hey, the most Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is going to destroy this in 1 hour, man. It's going to take 1 hour to take down the governments and the heads of this world. That's why he said he count these nations as spittle, man. As a drop in the bucket, man. It's nothing. Alright? Count them as nothing, man. Alright? And not only that, the nuclear missiles from all these other nations are going to help destroy Babylon. Alright? This is, you know what, I'm going to start at Revelation 17 and 12. And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as of yet, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast. These have one mind, and shall give their power and strength unto the beast. And these shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them. For he is the Lord of lords and King of kings, and they that are with him are called the chosen and the faithful. Alright? So they're going to make war with him. As you can see, there's nothing that's going to be left perceived to them, man. Hey, I can't even imagine in my mind what that would look like. But I know in Psalms chapter 18, it speaks of the channels of waters being the foundations of the certain foundations of the earth being discovered through a blast, man. You know, I can't even imagine, like, just try to picture, like, even any kind of, like, end of the world movie, how devastating that would be, man. How horrifying that would be. Hey, man, but hey, this is who fights for us, man. And the whole thing is, like, why wouldn't you want to believe in him, man? Why wouldn't you want to believe? Here it is, we have no standing army, we have nothing, you know. Why wouldn't you want to believe that you have citizenship, you know, through Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man? Hey, that he's going to come back and he's going to fight for you, you know, to give you the kingdom, man, which is this entire, the rulership of this entire earth, you know. Hey, man, but, you know, a ninja want to stay here, man. A ninja want to stay here and want to live out their lives here, man. This place is disgusting, man. You know, I hate this place. This place is truly disgusting, man. I'm going to go somewhere else. This is, Jeremiah 50 and 44. Behold, he shall come up like a lion from the swelling of Jordan unto the habitation of the strong. But I will make them subtly run away from her. And who is a chosen man that I may appoint over her? Or who is like me? Or who will appoint me the time? Or who is the shepherd that will stand before me? Right, because there's nobody that has power over everything but Yahweh Shai. All principalities, all powers were given to him. So who else is going to do it, man? Who else you going to call on? All right? What else is you going to do when that time comes? Therefore hear ye the counsel of the Lord, that he hath taken against Babylon and his purposes, that he hath purpose against the land of the Chaldean. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out, and surely he shall make the habitation desolate with them. All right? The least of it, man. It said in that day, the young men shall be as gods, and the old men shall be as mighty as David, man. All right. So it's everything is set up, man, for us to take over the kingdom, man. And at the noise of the taking of Babylon, the earth is moved, and the cry is heard among the nations. All right. The cry is heard, and it will be heard among the nations when this place falls. All right. These nations are going to be weeping and wailing. All right. Especially a lot of these nations that did big business with Babylon, all right? You know, a lot of nations, you know, have become rich, as it say in the book of Revelations, through delicacies, you know. So, hey man, we just waiting, and we're praying that soon it's will come, you know, so that we can get out of here. You know, I mean, it's just like this is what it feels like, man. It's just like walking in a wasteland, man. You know, and the people that truly truly enjoy this place, man, they're lost, man. They're gone. You know, they're finished, man. You know, they don't have a clue as to what's going on, or even care really. You know, so I pray that you've been edified through this. And with that, I would like to say shalom.